Hello, welcome to this week's Toddler Time. The first song we're going to sing today is a very simple one. It's been around a long time, over 100 years, and you can actually make up your own words to it. But I'm going to just sing 3 verses to it. It's called This Little Light of Mine. So do you want to imagine you've got a light shining? It goes like this. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And then the second verse is all around the neighbourhood. I'm gonna let it shine. Ready? All around the neighbourhood, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the neighbourhood, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the neighbourhood, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under a table. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a table. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a table. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Would you like to sing that with me again? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All around the neighbourhood, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the neighbourhood, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the neighbourhood, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under a table. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a table. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a table. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And what a second song, one we've done before. Do you want to clap with me? Very simple song. Jesus' love is very wonderful. Jesus' love is very wonderful. Jesus' love is very wonderful. Oh, wonderful love. Stretch up. So high you can't get over it. Go as low as you can. So low you can't get under it. So wide you can't get round it. Oh, wonderful love. Once more. Jesus' love is very wonderful. Jesus' love is very wonderful. Jesus' love is very wonderful. Oh, wonderful love. So high you can't get over it. So low you can't get under it. So wide you can't get round it. Oh, wonderful love. The story today is one from the Bible again, and it's about an amazing thing that Jesus did. Has anyone that you love ever been very ill? Have you ever had a big problem that you needed help with? Do you ask for help when you have a problem or when you can't do something? It's always good to ask someone that you know, someone that you love, someone that you trust to help you. Like a mum or a dad or a big sister or a big brother or a teacher perhaps. Someone that you know who can help you. It's good to ask them. This is a story about a man whose daughter was very, very ill. And he needed help because there was nothing he could do about his daughter being ill. In fact, he went to Jesus for help. The man's name was Jairus. Would you like to say that? Jairus. In fact, it's the only mention of a man called Jairus in the whole Bible. And the whole Bible is made up of 66 books. It's a big book. And the name Jairus means he will shine, And we've just been singing this little light of mine, haven't we? Because when Jesus lives in us, we have a little light in us and we can do good deeds and help people. And every time we do something good, something helpful, something kind, that's our light shining in the world. Well, Jairus was very, very sad because his 12-year-old daughter was dying. Jesus was very famous. Lots of people followed him all over the place. When he went through towns, he would be followed by big crowds. One day, in the town where Jesus was living, as usual, there was a big crowd around him. But one man in the crowd needed Jesus' help, and that was Jairus. He knelt down in front of Jesus and said, "Please, Jesus, come to my house and help. My daughter is dying. I need you to come straight away and see her. Lay your hands on her and make her better." What do you think Jesus would do? Well, at once he went with Jairus on the way to the house. The large crowd followed because they wanted to see what was going to happen. If you'd have been in the crowd, do you think you'd have followed to see what was going to happen? I think I would. But as they walked along on the way there was a lady in the crowd who needed help. She was really ill too. And Jesus stopped and helped her. In fact, he healed her of problems in her body that she had. Jairus was glad that Jesus stopped to help the lady, but he was worried that it was taking too long. He knew they needed to hurry, but Jesus had stopped walking. Jairus was thinking about this, worrying, when suddenly somebody ran up to Jesus and the crowd and said to Jairus, "Don't bother to bring Jesus back with you. It's too late. Your daughter has died." It was such sad news that Jairus wanted to cry. He didn't know what to do. He was shocked. His heart leapt and he fought back the tears. But Jesus said, "Don't be afraid, just believe." Jairus kept thinking, but it's too late. If only you had come sooner. And he walked along following Jesus in a bit of a daze. He couldn't think straight because he was so sad at the news of his daughter dying. Well, they got to Jairus' house and Jesus went into the house with Jairus, and there was the little girl lying on the bed. Still, she wasn't breathing. Jairus watched as Jesus took hold of the little girl's hand and said, "Little girl, get up." And something amazing happened, a miracle. The little girl got up and started walking around. And Jesus said, "Give her something to eat." Can you imagine how happy they felt? They were amazed at what Jesus had done. And Jairus and the little girl who grew up never ever forgot that day. And Jesus made a big difference in that little girl's life, massive difference. He raised her from the dead. And whenever we have problems or worries or fears, we can go to Jesus and we can ask him for help with those. And I'm going to say a little prayer now to close, and that'll be the end of toddler time for this week. Dear Jesus, we thank you that we can come to you at any time and tell you our worries, our problems, our fears. We can ask you for help when we need it. We thank you that you're always there to listen and that you're always there to help us. Amen. Amen. I hope you've enjoyed the toddler time today, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Bye.